think behavioral modification plays a part in that, especially in the South. My cities are mostly more wide out, as opposed to like big metropolitan northern places, or even Atlanta. You know, that was real country at one point. But it's the I believe in more stronger environments where it's a hustle and bustle, more I believe the people they have them living more close. Well, we live in the Bible Belt. That's one big thing. We have more churches than liquor stores here. So that's one big thing that keeps the people docile of how they handle that. And it's more of a prosperity pimping presentation more than it is in a liberatory. You know, you had the Harlem Renaissance. You got those big type of things. You got Detroit. You know, they call it Chocolate City. You had a lot of, and surprisingly, all these northern areas, they came from the South.
Yeah, but you have places where their events are held, where speakers come to town,
right,
where authors come to town, where they do book signing and they
right,
speak.
Right.
Detroit, not only do you have the Charles White Museum that's been there for a while,
right,
you have the Power Center and there's other places. You have the Shrine of Black Madonna, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other places that where they periodically have guests that come in and speak. And matter of fact, a lot of these authors the books that we've read, they were all spoken in Detroit.
Right.
And then you have that college, school there in Chicago, under, what's his name? Walter. What's my brother's name? He wrote some books himself.
Walter Williams?
Yeah, Walter Williams.
Oh, I didn't want to say Walter White. Yeah, Walter Williams.
Yeah, he speaks. He came to Detroit and spoke out of three books that he wrote. More than three, but those particular books. And I bought two of them, and I wish I had them, because he was very awesome. But you have a lot more that going on up there, and you had more bookstores. Especially in Detroit, I mean, there's been tons of black bookstores that just don't seem to stay in business, mainly because, just like anywhere else, I find the bulk of our people not really interested or that concerned about reading and studying about their history. And it's really, again, based on what you said, even though you say Bible Belt down here, but don't be fooled. Our elders all over this country, like we are the most religious people you can see. And if it's not about Jesus Christ,
don't want to hear it. That's right.
I mean, it's a global issue too, even on the African continent. You have a lot of people that have this mentality of we're just going to sit back and let God
handle it. Right. And one of the things that I say on local participation, as we've seen, in Orlando especially. I gotta choose my words wisely. It says on camera. The thing that has shown, what's being shown now is there's a lack of community engagement on situations that affect us locally that we don't engage in. But if Umar Johnson goes to Sanford, everyone's there. If Booker T. Coleman or Kuba Kaba, I don't want to disrespect his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Right. Kaba. Khomeini Kaba. If he comes here, everybody wants to come. Even when I heard Trayvon Martin, how they had a thing up there in Sanford, hardly anyone was there. So these things show that the mind of the mind of right now, the behavior modification, the social, damn, I can't think of the word. My mind is all over the place. But it's just a social engineering that they're doing. It's a psyop that they're running on the internet. We want to.
What you're talking about is like, you know, kind of like the social event aspect of, you know, if it's someone like Umar Johnson, someone that's known nationally, people come out, listen to speech. They're not engaged locally, and then the other issue too that we've spoken about is like Umar come, you know, give a speech somewhere, and there's no organization or anything that happens, so everyone just shows up, listens to Umar speak,
and say, "Ooh, he's showing up rap today,"
and then we go home and nothing happens.
And so that means that we're becoming event junkies, and we're not, you know, we just want to hear sensationalized message, think about it, brag about it, say we was there, but show no work after. The message is supposed to spark the work. The message is supposed to spark us into community engagement. So now you have, even with the outreach versus activism, if you have more outreach but no activism, your outreach is only a photo op in the text right off of your 5103C. So there needs to be a form of outreach that we could spark the minds of the people to get into activism. If we're outreaching the people and we're not sowing seeds of boom, 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 or even showing them the compare and contrast of gentrification in our community to compare it and contrast it to settler colonialism. And if we could show them that, bam, if we could show them how in our neighborhood they poison the water and if we're growing fruits and vegetables in our community and they poison the land, then we could show them, hey, this is poisoning us whenever we try to get the garden. Then we could show them the poison and toxic runoff over there in the motherland. That's how we connect the two, because we can show them compare and contrast, although we're not on the mother continent or our throne of Africa and we're over here. We can show them that, hey, we don't have anything here and our people are at their house and don't have anything. We can look at South Africa and say, that's a win. A small win of kicking the Dutch and the European Afrikaans out of the land, and they should have been left. Khaled said they should have been left, and he gave them a plan how they should have left. We give the Buckra 24 hours. No, we give him till sundown to get out of town. You know, so, you know, you go on the King Khaled speech and figure out that, and now you have all kind of violent outbreaks over there. But right now, what we're seeing is that people just want the event. They want a little chip, some snacks, some little juices, some waters, but they don't want to go to the community engagement. The other day, they had a Pine Hills council meeting. We don't have a message board in town. We don't have a place where everybody could go and on a billboard it says bam, 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 or we as people are not putting stuff on the, well, you don't have the telephone poles no more. You know, that's where everybody used to put the stuff on the telephone poles. But, you know, there needs to be a centralized hub, and everybody's on the internet now, and everybody passes the advertisement, but they'd be like, okay, or other events overshadow other events. And certain events that overshadow certain events are not that detrimental to the event that they're overshadowing. Like Paramore at the C.L. Callahan, they had a discussion in the panel, and certain people within the city halls and whatnot, representatives and stuff was there, and it was glossed over due to dissertations and debaticles and overall just gossip and sensationalized internet beats. These things get in the way of our progress, and if we can't do something locally that's going to change here locally, we don't need to be talking about some populist vote, because we know that don't do nothing. You know, closing, because I have to go in a little bit, what shows is that now people will join organizations that don't have a point plan, don't have a mission statement, don't have a motto, might have a motto, and the motto is all they have, but don't have a point plan, don't have a mission statement, don't even have what we're trying to do. And so if we're engaging in that, we're just, you know, that's something that has nothing. That's something that is, but it's not, because it has no purpose. And right now, we have to sow seeds of purposeness. So we have to community engage with those who seem like they not trying to do nothing. We have to engage with those who seem like they're doing something. And we have to make ourselves accessible. It's backbreaking, especially when it's few. So, but we have to, bam, get out there, bam, bam, and work with people. After the networking event, hey, let me get your number. Because now I don't want to just invite you to via Facebook. I want to be able to call you and say, hey, bro, and I want to hear you give me a yes or no. So this place does not support each other. Orlando does not support each other. You know, the east side and the west side is already divided, but if we're all on the west side and we're going to divide on the west side, we all just need to take some seats down because we ain't going to get nothing accomplished, especially with District 5, how big it is and how many, all the black communities are by themselves, but there's a white populous community that is untouched that hardly anybody knows in that district. And they have the voting power because hardly any of us are voting locally. But then again, we hardly control any of the economics. So,
Thanks.
Great stuff,
I'm gonna have to look at this video. Make sure y'all watch this. Put this on YouTube, blast it on every group forum, you know, Pine Hills Talk, Paramore 32805. I'm gonna be back Wednesday.
All right.
All right, peace.
Peace.